Hey, I'm so serious about making this comeback video that I've turned off my fan so this doesn't sound awful. So please watch this. I'm desperate now. No. Desperate for what? I don't know what I'm talking about. No. Life is hard, and it's hard to also make videos because editing is hard. And I thought it would be funner if it was just me, but man, it's hard. Why am I making this video? What am I talking about? Why am I here today? It's the middle of July, and everyone's graduating now, right? Woo! I bet, like, the moment you handed in your dissertation, all that hard work that you were doing, it's all built up to this pinnacle moment where you're done with uni and you've submitted probably the piece of work that you've put the most amount of time in ever in your whole life. It's become part of you. You've become part of those pages that you've submitted, but you were kind of empty when you submitted it. You didn't get that feeling that you expected, or maybe you actually never even thought about what it would be like when you did submit it. If you're anything like me, at least, you submitted your dissertation and felt quite lost, kind of like, well, now what? Right? And kind of realizing, oh wow, so now I'm waiting for this to be graded, but depending on whatever grade I get, I kind of have to do whatever life has for me now, right? So I mean, in my situation, I was studying psychology, and the idea was, yeah, I could finish uni, and then after that, just follow whatever track it is to be a counselor. And I was like, wow, so is that what I just kind of do now? Do I just start trying to help people? Now let me tell you something. If 3 years of, I don't want to say depression to put down actual depression, but 3 years of that kind of feeling, that kind of contempt in myself, the dissatisfaction and disgust in myself and my work ethic, more to the point. If I learned anything, it's that I'm not ready to help people. At the very least, I'm not ready to counsel people. And honestly, like, I just kept having this idea in my head of like, what, maybe I start doing some little counseling when I'm like maybe 27. Like, that's so young, right? And just picture it. There's this 55-year-old man. He's been working in a factory for 30 years. He's been demasculated. He just works like a robot. His wife's cheating on him, sleeping with his best friend, I don't know. And he's got to go into this session with this 27-year-old, which is me, bright-eyed, fuzzy-haired, and I'm just like, well, sir, maybe you'd like to consider some CBT. No, they do not want this at that age telling them anything. If those thoughts weren't enough to deter me, hearing everyone say, oh, well, you definitely need some life experience first, that definitely made me just go, okay, if everyone's going to be saying this to me, then fine, I'll stop. I will stop trying for now. And I'll actually get some life experience. And I kind of learned that, man, why am I like feeling like I need to rush? And that kind of brings me to the point of this video. While it might seem like I'm just, mindlessly splurring out words, which I'm very much doing, I just want to kind of hopefully bring to your attention, if you are one of these people that I mentioned that you felt dissatisfied after uni, that don't feel bad that you're not already in your job, especially with things like social media now. We see all these people, and bless them, I'm so happy that you're successful as soon as you've come out of uni. I honestly respect you so much, and if you want to be posting on Instagram, then do that. I'm not trying to tell you stop or anything stupid like that. I'm not even going to make an underhanded comment that I don't like it. But just because you're seeing those people, that doesn't mean that's where you should be, okay? I don't want to go into this pseudo-motivational stuff, right? And be like, oh, you can be whatever you want to be. But more to the point, you really need to sort of look at yourself and think, what would make you happy, okay? And I don't mean being rich. I don't mean, I don't know what else I can mean. Being uber successful, right? Genuinely happy. And I just hope that this video does at least let you understand that I've spoken to so many people recently and they're all in the same spot as me. You know, finishing uni and you're just in a retail job, right? Or maybe you're not even working yet. Maybe you're just doing your own little projects, whatever. Like, that's fine. Like, again, for those people who have been very successful, like day dot of leaving uni, great for them, of course. But I think, unfortunately, they're very lucky people, and they've worked hard as well. I'm not trying to take away any of like that away from them, but in the end, like, you just have to kind of roll with what's been dealt for you. And if you do feel you haven't tried hard enough, then by all means try harder, but just understand it's no rush, okay? In terms of, I understand family pressures and all of that, but you need to sort of understand within yourself, okay, I'm here now, I've just finished uni, you've been in education since like 6 years old or whatever, whenever school starts. Just take some time to really consider what you want to work in. And now, take some time, I don't mean stay at home and doing absolutely nothing with your time. I mean, by all means, you need to rest and whatever, but like, you've definitely earned it, especially if you've just graduated. Even if you feel you haven't done enough work during uni, I definitely felt that myself, but then I kind of had to say to myself, it's not just my work ethic, it's also just the mental load of everything, living alone, actually dealing with things like you have to go to GPs and sort that out for yourself. You need to understand a lot at university, and more, of course, it's extremely important that you go through this process of learning. You kind of end up going back home and just like, oh, those 3 years, like, I don't know, it's weird. It's a strange feeling, right? I've mumbled and lost my point, but I'm gonna make a new point of just go with what you're dealt with. I'm not judging you. I can't speak for everyone else. I'd hope they'd be the same as me in that they wouldn't judge you for being in a bit of a, I don't know what to call it, a stump in the road, right? Stump in the road. This period in your life where you're not necessarily going 100 miles ahead forward, but baby steps, you know? Even if it does mean getting a retail job, even if it's just to save some money, so maybe you can save to get a car so you could one day drive to a new place to work that's quite far away, but it's a great opportunity, right? You just need to take everything in your stride, and please don't over what? I don't know what I was going to say, but don't take what you're seeing on social media of all these great successful people and say, I should be this, or think, just because I'm not in that same office, just because I don't have this same view, I'm not worth as much as them, or I'm not as good as them as a person. Hell, maybe you're not. I don't know. I definitely don't think I'm as good as those people. But that's like, I don't know. Like, that's not to say that you're worth less or you're a worse person in general, right? Just understand that whatever you want to do will take time. And the more you think about rushing it, the more upset you'll be about not hitting massive goals you're setting for yourself. And eventually you'll just spiral, okay? Make small goals. Jesus, I'm sweating so much. Woo! I care for you people. This video is just me. Look how drenched I look. Man, this is all my year off of uni. Well, look, as an example, what I did, I finished uni and I came home. I didn't work for the whole of university and I regretted that so much. And a lot of people, my girlfriend included, you know, they were really pushing me, like, you know, you need to get a job, even if it's in a fast food place. I personally didn't want to work in a fast food place because I was generally worried for my health and my life. Because God forbid I worked in a fast food place. Everyone says, oh, you'll get sick of it. don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna go. Listen, when I hear of all the food that fast food places waste because there's like not enough people to take the food home, man, crushes my soul. Anyway, I digress. And I work for a year, and I might keep working. Does that mean I've not looked at anything? No, I've set some reminders or some actual notifications on like the NHS websites of sending me notifications for jobs, just so I can at least get a general understanding of what I'm looking at, right? I'm not going to say take a gap year. Some people need it, some people don't. But if you're in that same space of you're lost, you don't know what to do, the last thing you should be doing is to just jump into something you have no idea whether you really want to do it or not. I know that kind of clashes with the whole in at the deep end thing, and you know, you need to take risks. And of course, I'm not saying you don't need to take risks, but there's good risks and bad risks, right? I'm just saying be careful to not make a bad risk, okay? I hate that this sounds like a patronizing video, like I have any idea what I'm doing with my life. And this isn't that kind of video of me saying, I know what's right, do what I'm saying. I'm actually saying the opposite. I'm saying I have no fucking clue what to do. But that's the same for so many other people. And I just hope you know you're not alone in feeling dissatisfied with yourself. We all dissatisfied with you. No. I hope you don't feel that you're the only one who's kind of dissatisfied with where you are at this moment, especially considering everything we see online. I'm not even talking about close people, even like celebrities and stuff. All these like Billie Eilish, I don't know, if you're like trying to make music and you see people like that just come out of nowhere and they're 16 and like 20 billion followers on Twitter or Google Plus. Is that a thing? Is that a thing people use? Well, if you're trying to make YouTube videos and you got kids making Minecraft videos that get loads of views and no one actually watches your own videos, no one knows what they're doing. Okay, people like us don't know what we're doing, but there's a lot of people like us, okay? You're good. Don't do anything stupid. Just make sure you plan and don't waste your time. Hell, get some hobbies. Work for a year. Work 3 days a week. Get some hobbies. Maybe you want to get into some sort of, I don't know, artistic or sports thing. And I don't mean be a football player. I could mean anything, you know, even working with your community. Hell, the communities need help. Don't underestimate what you can do just because you're not working in a great job that has holidays and you're going on holiday every week or whatever, okay? Maxi! I don't know if this video was something anyone wanted to see, but I felt I really wanted to make it because the more people I speak to, the worse I feel that they felt bad. But I was happy to see that they felt almost reassured when I would tell them, listen, I've spoken to so many people and they all say the same thing, right? And I'm hoping that that same feeling can be on a larger scale, not necessarily for me, although I can't lie, I'd be happy to know that I helped people, but I just want people to be comfortable and happy. As annoyingly obnoxious as that sounds. Okay? Okay. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I might make a gaming video. I might make a skit video. Me and Isaiah and Jimmy are going to hopefully be on a panel show soon, which is being produced by Isaiah and Elizabeth. I don't know if I can say her name. I don't know why she wouldn't want me to say her name, but I've said it. Name dropped. I haven't even met you, but I'm working with you, which is weird. It's a weird feeling. Stay tuned, but I probably won't upload again for a really long time. But even so, stay tuned. Stay tuned for the next video. I don't have an outro. Bye.